Hi guys, welcome to another beer review, and we're venturing once again to the recent range of Tesco beers. I know I said I was doing a Tesco beer week, but that didn't happen. But I did get a few reviews up, including the Cloudwater Brewdog collab, which up to this point has been the best beer available from the supermarkets in this recent sort of range from Tesco's. And of course, work is already underway to source the next season's worth of beers, which I think is going to be next April. I'm not too sure. I always forget the Instagram handle of the beer buyer from Tesco, but I will put the link down below because yeah, Tesco really up there with their selection. But gotta say, been seeing what Morrison's have been releasing recently. Yeah, so I'm not going to get into the good and the bad of beers being available in supermarkets. I think it's personally a good thing. That's all I'm going to say. Gives me good range for when I can't really afford to, spend a little bit more in the independent bottle shops. Anyway, so this is one that I've been really looking forward to, although I've got to admit it has been dividing opinions, and I know as of me recording this, Craig has just uploaded his review, Camp Beer Reviews, so I'm looking forward to, once I've recorded this, seeing what he thinks of it. I know Dean's already done it, and I think I remember he enjoyed it, but that was quite a while ago. But yeah, this is the Pineapple Express IPA, brewed by Tiny Rebel in collaboration with Polly's Brew out of Mould. And yeah, so an IPA with pineapple added. Sounds good to me. So this is clocking in at 6.2% ABV. Pineapple Express is a collaboration with our good pals in North Wales. We took the juiciest hops and blended them with fresh pineapple. Lovely artwork on this as per usual. So let's have a look at this and see what we get. Not really much of a hiss on the opening of the can. Oh well. Yeah, I've really been enjoying Tiny Rebel's output recently. Polly's Brew, I've not really had too much, to be honest. I've been able to source it, but I've just not really been able just picked any up. And I've got to say, not the most active of IPAs, to be honest. I mean, yeah, you can hear, well, you probably can't because the camera's not that good, but yeah, it was pouring a little bit, I don't know, a little bit flat, but there is a little bit of carbonation, generating a nice head. I thought it was actually going to be a little bit hazier than this, so let's just mix up the last of that and see if that bulks it out a little bit. Although, not every IPA has to be a haze bomb. Anyway, so beer in the glass then, and it's got a nice level of haze to it, but you can still see through it. Lovely sort of goldeny amber colour. A pretty good representation on camera with the light shining directly on it. But yeah, it looks nice. It's got a marmalade look to it. So let's see. Shouldn't have poured it all in, but oh well. Let's give it a bit of a swirl and see what we get on the nose. It's fresh, like a freshly opened tin of pineapple. Yeah, you would not be able to get away from that pineapple on this. It reminds me of when I was a kid and my granddad was still alive. Pretty much every weekend we go up to his house to have basically home cooked fish and chips, and we'd always have for dessert like fruit and ice cream. Now, because I was such a picky child and still am, I never used to have like the actual pineapple chunks, but I used to always love mixing the juice with ice cream, making it just like a thick, gloopy, almost drinkable dessert. And yeah, it just smells like a tin of you've just opened a tin of pineapple. A little bit of tropical note in there as well. Not too sure what this has been hopped with. A really sweet tasting smelling beer. just smells so inviting. Let's see. This is best before the 9th of the 9th, 2020. So could this be a recent batch of it? I'm not sure what Tiny Rebel's best before date, like lifeline of this beer is. But yeah, it just smells like pineapple. It just smells like tin pineapple. It smells so good. Anyway, off to a good start. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. That's good. That is really good. Big, big, big pineapple, as you'd expect. But it's backed up with a lovely tropical hop build. A little bit of like a spicy mango curry, mango chutney you'd get from a takeaway. Big hit of grapefruit in there, loads of citrus character. It's got a gentle mouthfeel. It does feel, I'm not going to lie, this first time having it, so I don't know what it's actually like, but I do get the impression that this is slightly undercarbed. But for a beer like this, with that use of pineapple, just makes it that little bit more indulgent, I would say. But you do get that hop, you do get that lovely biscuity bready malt in there as well. There is a big sweetness in there, but there is a bitterness on the back end, which works really, really well. Even though I personally don't think I've got the best can of this, it's still tasting damn good. It really, really is. To the point where I'm getting this beer again. And I'll probably get it a few times. Again, like a wine gum character in this as well, which is really nice. Yeah. Gentle floral herbal tones coming through. Stupidly drinkable. A lot of people on some of the forums on Facebook and such have been like saying how sickly sweet it is, and some people even saying it's got like a slight of, it's like vomit sort of character. I mean, I can see where they would come from, you know, and you've had like, it reminds me of when I was a kid again, and we were driving for a day out in Southport, and I pretty much demolished a whole bag of Haribo gummy bears, and then was sick, and it was really sweet because that's pretty much what I'd just eaten. So I can kind of see that sweetness, but it doesn't taste like vomit. Far from it. A little bit of a rhyme there for you. Yeah, I like this a lot actually. Don't think it's going to top the Brewdog and Cloudwater beer, but this is one of the best out of this recent bunch, and it's been a good bunch. Even though that London Beer Factory that stout that they did was a little bit disappointing, but they seem to have rectified that. Not heard too many opinions on that reimagining of that beer. Was it the Big Milk Stout that it was called? Which was still, it was alright. But you could tell that they just needed something, and it seems that they've addressed that. So I'll have to pick up another can and re-review that one. What else did I pick up? I picked up the that London Beer Factory beer that's the blood orange, and is it cherry sour, or is it, I can't remember. It's in the cupboard. I'm not going to go up and look at it. Then, of course, picked up another can of the Cloudwater and Brewdog, and did a little bit of a Magic Rock haul as well, because the core range stuff I've never really drank before. So I think I've got a good little batch of selection of beers today for like 3 big cans and then the 4 cans, four smaller cans. I think I paid like 15 quid. And this is more than worth the money. They could have happily released that at maybe a couple of quid more added onto it, and it would be justified. So to get a beer like this for 3 quid, that's not just an IPA. It's got something different, and it's not just like a little hint of pineapple. You get the pineapple. And if you like the flavour of pineapple and you like IPAs, there's no reason why you won't like that one. So highly, highly recommended. Although take my score with a pinch of salt, because as I said, I think that might be there's just things in the makeup of this beer. The fact that it wasn't really pouring with much carbonation. The colour, I don't know. It's not what I was expecting it to be. But I don't think it's not oxidised or anything like that. But I will definitely be revisiting this one. But I'd happily, even if this is the final representation of the beer, I'm more than happy with it, to be honest. So yeah, Tiny Rebel and Polly's Brew Pineapple Express IPA, highly recommended. Fruited IPAs, I love them, and that's a cracking example. That's 3 quid at your local, well, might not be your local Tesco, but keep an eye out. Definitely worth having a go. Anyway, if you've tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. What's been your favourite of this recent bunch of beers in Tesco's? What's some of your favourite supermarket beers that you've had recently? Any recommendations? Just fire them over and I'll do my best to source them. And yeah, go check out Tiny Rebel. Go check out Polly's Brew. 2 breweries who I need to drink much more of, but I'm sure that will be rectified. So yeah, 8.5 out of 10 I'm going to give that one. Yeah, 8.5 out of 10. Lovely stuff. And I've got myself some Tesco's pizza, which actually looks like authentic, like it's straight out of a pizza oven. So I'm looking forward to finishing that beer, having that, and maybe having another beer before bed. You never know. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I shall hopefully see you all later. Cheers.